Let me start with a thought you've probably had before. At some point in your life, you believed there was a number, a salary that meant relief, a point where the pressure would finally ease. Not luxury, not excess, just enough to feel safe, comfortable, calm. And maybe you reached that number, or maybe you passed it. Your income went up, your life improved. On paper, you're doing better than you ever have. So why does it still feel like something's missing? Why does financial stress linger or even grow instead of disappearing? If you've ever asked yourself that question, this video is for you. Because what you're experiencing isn't failure, irresponsibility, or lack of gratitude. It's something far more universal. The problem nobody explains. Most people are taught a simple formula. More money equals more happiness. And to be fair, that formula works, briefly. When your income increases, life genuinely gets easier. Bills feel lighter. Options open up. Certain worries fade. But then something strange happens. Your new situation stops feeling new. What once felt exciting becomes normal. What once felt like more than enough becomes just enough. And slowly, quietly, your expectations shift upward. You don't notice the shift happening. You only notice the discomfort afterward. This is not a moral failure. It's a neurological one. Your brain is designed to adapt. The adaptation effect. Human beings are incredibly good at adjusting to change. That's how we survive loss. That's how we recover from setbacks. That's how we keep going after both success and failure. But that same strength creates a hidden problem. Your brain treats improvement as temporary information. A raise, a new home, a better lifestyle, these register as changes at first. Then the brain recalibrates. The improvement becomes the new baseline. Once that happens, the emotional boost disappears, and the mind does what it's always done. It starts looking ahead. What's next? What's missing? What would make this feel better? This cycle doesn't stop on its own. It accelerates. Why financial progress can increase stress. Here's something most people don't expect. As income rises, stress often increases too. Why? Because lifestyle expands faster than peace. More money usually means higher fixed expenses, more commitments, greater fear of losing what you've built. You don't just earn more, you have more to protect. Your margin for error shrinks. A job loss becomes scarier, not safer. A bad month hurts more, not less. And suddenly, you're running harder to maintain a life that once felt like a dream. This is how people end up earning far more than they ever imagined, while feeling just as tense as before. The illusion of once I get there. At the center of all this is a powerful belief. Once I reach the next milestone, I'll feel okay. 6 figures, debt freedom, a certain net worth, early retirement. These goals matter, they do improve quality of life, but the mistake is assuming happiness lives at the destination. Research shows something counterintuitive. People are happiest while making progress toward meaningful goals, not after completing them. The chase feels purposeful, the anticipation feels energizing, the movement feels alive. Arrival feels brief. Once the goal is achieved, adaptation kicks in, the emotional payoff fades, and the question becomes, now what? That empty feeling catches many people off guard. Why material upgrades don't last. Here's where spending habits matter. Material purchases fade quickly. A new car becomes just your car. A nicer apartment becomes just home. Upgrades blend into the background of your life. Experiences work differently. Trips, shared moments, learning new skills, these resist adaptation. They become memories, stories, part of your identity. You don't adapt to experiences the same way you adapt to objects. Ironically, people often spend the most money on the things that bring the least lasting satisfaction and the least money on what actually improves well-being. That's not just poor psychology, it's inefficient living. The real cost of lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation isn't about irresponsibility, it's about autopilot. As income rises, spending quietly follows, not because you consciously chose it, but because it felt normal. A slightly better apartment, a slightly nicer car, more convenience, more subscriptions, more expectations. Individually, none of these feel extreme. Collectively, they consume everything. You earn more, yet breathing room stays the same, or shrinks. This is how people end up feeling trapped inside lives they technically chose.
Escaping the cycle without giving up ambition. So what's the solution? It's not rejecting money. It's not living small. It's not pretending you don't want better. The solution is intentional growth instead of automatic growth. Here are 3 shifts that actually make a difference. 1. Separate income growth from lifestyle growth. Decide in advance how much of future raises will change your lifestyle and how much will buy long-term freedom. This prevents unconscious expansion. When upgrades are chosen deliberately, they feel more satisfying. When they happen automatically, they feel empty. Intentional limits create relief, not deprivation. 2. Train your mind to resist adaptation. Gratitude isn't passive, it's active. One powerful method is regularly imagining the loss of what you currently enjoy, not to create fear, but to break familiarity. When you realize how much your current life would have meant to a past version of you, appreciation returns. You don't feel richer by earning more. You feel richer by noticing more. 3. Optimize for time, not appearances. Money's real value is freedom, not status, not comparison. Freedom. Every dollar that reduces future obligation increases future choice. When your focus shifts from what can I buy to how much time can I reclaim, financial decisions change completely. That's the moment the treadmill starts slowing down. The bigger picture. The system benefits from dissatisfaction. Advertising, social pressure, and comparison constantly suggest you're just one step away from being okay. Your brain, wired to adapt, believes it. But here's the truth. There is no finish line where happiness waits. There is only awareness, intention, and direction. Enough isn't a feeling, it's a decision. And once you make it, money stops controlling the narrative and starts supporting it. Closing. You're not broken for wanting more. You're human. But being human also means you can recognize the pattern and choose differently. You can pursue progress without postponing peace. You can build wealth without sacrificing the present. You can step off the treadmill without giving up on growth. Because the real win was never at the end of the race. It was realizing you were allowed to leave it. If this video changed how you think about money, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.